Hello friends, and welcome to today's video where, hear me out, I'm actually very excited for this because this idea came to me in a vision last night and I subsequently took all the notes and then went to sleep, and now it's the next day and I'm filming. But the point is, we're gonna do songs I'd audition with if I went on Boys Planet, okay? Now I do have some caveats before we begin this. First, obviously I'm not on Boys Planet. Like, I'm very clearly not there. And I have really no desire to be, like, obviously I'm too old to be an idol anyway, but, like, even if I was still, like, 16, 17, in the era where I was, like, I could be an idol, because I feel like we all kind of had that moment where we were all, like, I could do that. No, we can't, but that's not the point. The point is, if I was still in that era of my life, I probably still wouldn't want to be on Boys Planet because, fun fact, I hate people. I don't have the strength to be surrounded by that many people. So yeah, no, not gonna happen. Other disclaimers though. First of all, I can't sing or dance. I'm not talented in that way. So these are all rap songs. And also, because I don't speak Korean, they're all in English. Alright, now that we have all that out of the way, let's get started. And the first song on my list is the Sweet Dreams remix, like the Beyonce song Sweet Dreams, but the remix of it that's on the No Ceilings mixtape by Lil Wayne with Nicki Minaj and also Beyonce on it. But, like, I have a caveat for this one too, okay? I would only do this with a group. Most of these songs, unless I say otherwise, I would just do as a soloist. But this one I'd only do with a group because I'd want someone else to do both Beyonce and the Lil Wayne parts. I would take the Nicki Minaj verse because, controversial opinion incoming potentially, as someone who's been a barb for many a year, this is her best verse. This is her best rap. I feel like I have the credentials to say that as someone who literally cried when Pink Friday got announced. I feel like I'm allowed to say that with some form of credibility that this is her best verse. But, like, in all seriousness, if I did this rap, I feel like I would leave every girly in the room shaking. I feel like every time there's a rap in a song, they'd want me to do it because this verse is so slayful that, like, it would just have that impact, so I think it would be really good. Next song. I don't have a ton to say about it. It's really just That's What I Want by Lil Nas X. Hear me out. First of all, I love the song. It's my depressed, gay, lonely anthem. So there's that, but also it's a really fun song. I feel like I would have a lot of fun doing it, and I feel like I could get by with less choreo in it. Plus, because he is not an actual singer, like Lil Nas X is a rapper first and foremost, I feel like people would overlook it to a better extent if I didn't sing super great. So there's that too. Let's jump back into another Young Money song, shall we? The next song on my list is Lord Knows by Drake featuring Rick Ross because, hear me out. Another controversial opinion from someone who's also a longtime Drake stan, at least he was before he stopped caring about Drake's music because it got bad, which is, this is one of Drake's best verses. This verse is like 2.5 minutes straight of just absolute icon behavior, and I just know it would leave the girlies shaking. My only thing with this song, I wouldn't do the Rick Ross verse. It's not that I don't like Rick Ross's verse in the song. I think it's fine, but I don't love it, and it does, like, add a lot of runtime to the song. I feel like if I could just keep it to the Drake verse, it would be a lot tighter and a lot better. We have reached our first real, like, true non-rap song, which is Good For You by Olivia Rodrigo. Now, hear me out with this one. I can't sing. We started that, like, I gave you that note at the beginning of this video. I can't sing. If I could belt out Defying Gravity, I would obviously audition with Defying Gravity. I can't do that. But, whilst I can't sing, I can slay a Messy Boots moment. Okay, like, I can absolutely have the time of my life to this song. I do it consistently at work. It's a problem. Don't worry about it. I've listened to Sour like 80 times this year, but that's not the point of this video. The point is, Good For You, I would have the time of my life, and it's not like a vocally challenging song, really. Not that Olivia Rodrigo can't sing, but like, there's no hard notes in it that like would make it too abundantly clear that I can't sing. So I think it would be fun, and if that wasn't clear, I would absolutely be treating this like a lip sync for my life moment, and I feel like the energies I would bring would be enough to get people to overlook the fact that I really can't sing. Next up, we have another Young Money song. It's the last one, I promise, but it is Romans Reloaded by Nicki Minaj featuring Lil Wayne, and hear me out. I have a caveat with this one too. Just like with the first song that had these two in it, I want to do it with a collaborator specifically, because in the song, if you haven't heard it, it's basically 3 verses from Nicki, like 3 short, tight verses from Nicki, and then really just 2 verses from Lil Wayne, and I feel like it would be a lot more fun if we were switching off. Like, I would want us to do, like, I do one verse, they do one verse, I do one verse, they do one verse. I think that would be a really fun audition. However, there's actually another reason I picked this song, which is that I should have mentioned in like a past video at this point, but I'm actually out of town right now, like not as I'm filming this obviously, but as you're viewing this, if you watch this relatively soon after it came out, because one of my best friends in the world is getting married, and I'm in New York right now to be at her wedding, so I'm not here. However, the reason I'm bringing this up is because we were obsessed with the song in our youth. We were obsessed with this song in our youth. We used to go to the park by where we lived, and we would rap this song, and we would terrify the children, because for those who don't know, one of the Lil Wayne verses starts with "Kush on my breath, cocaine on my tongue," and the parents would hear us rap these lyrics and be like, "We need to go now." It was a moment. It was so fun. So shout outs to one of the besties for getting married. They get a little honorable mention moment. Next is one of the songs that's like an actual contender for one I would do like if I actually were to audition, which is Fools by Troye Sivan. Now I have a lot of reasons for this. Hear me out. Reason number one, Troye Sivan and this song in general are very popular in Korea. So I would almost certainly get some form of screen time doing this song. So there's that. Also, I know this song like the back of my hand because as a depressed gay Jewish ex-twink, I've heard Blue Neighborhood a billion times. It was my depressed gay Jewish twink anthem when I was a depressed gay Jewish twink, and I know this song way too well. Plus, this is another one where, like, not to disparage the Troy vocals, he's not the strongest singer, like, he's not a bad singer, but he's not, like, a super strong vocalist, so it's not a vocally challenging song, so there's that. And also, the girlies would be shaking when I said fuck live. I just know it is the truth. They would be absolutely floored. So there's that. Back to a rap song. Next on my list is Dumb by Todrick Hall. And I feel like I kind of just had to include this song because this is the song I was listening to when this idea for a video came to me. I was like, this would be a really fun song to audition with for a show like Boys Planet. So it does get to be here just for that. I was going to put it as an honorable mention, but I have a different honorable mention that's not actually part of the list. So, like, it gets to be an actual member of the list. But, like, it's a rap song. I can only really rap, so there's that. Also, I could see it being a moment where, like, everyone in the crowd screams when I did the "I could sing for you, but you prefer" rap line. And I would also, just for me, for the laws, stare Isapun down as I said that because produce. My only real issue with doing this song is that I would probably need to do some form of dancing in the chorus, and as we've established, I can't dance, so I would never actually do this as my audition song, but, like, it was a fun thought. Next song, Jay-Z's Empire State of Mind. Now, for context, I love this song. This is one of my favorite songs of all time. I could have put several songs from the Blueprint 3 on here, honestly. I picked this one for a reason. That reason is I've heard it millions of times without exaggeration. I could do this song flawlessly in my sleep. I do once again have a caveat. I think this is my last song with a caveat, but I could be wrong, which is that I'd want to do it with someone who would be doing Alicia Keys' parts. I'd want someone to do the vocal parts, and specifically, hear me out, I want someone who's a flop vocal to do it. I want someone who can't really sing to do the Alicia Keys part. I know it's mean. I know I'm throwing them under the bus. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to win. But also, I just feel like if I had a flop vocal doing Alicia Keys parts, it would make my rapping seem even stronger. So there's that. We have reached our final non-rap song, which is What the Fuck Do I Know by Miley Cyrus. Now, this one, my reasoning is like a mix of the various past non-rap songs that I have done on this list. First of all, it would be fun to do. I really like this song. I think it would be really fun to do. It would be a bit of a lip sync for my life moment, but, like, it would be fun. Also, while Miley is a great singer, not to disparage her, but again, not a very vocal challenging song, so I could probably get through it. And also, once more, the girlies would be shaking when I said fuck live. Also, I had, like, a deep moment for this song. I know it very well for one key reason. This was my pissed at work song, specifically in, like, a job I've previously had where I was, like, it was, like, right before I quit, but I was just really not happy at work, and I would be pissed all the time, and I would just listen to this song because it was right around the time this album came out, because I loved the Plastic Hearts album, and I was listening to the song religiously. Like, whenever I was in a bad mood, I would just be sitting at my desk, listening to the song, mouthing along to the words, being pissed, and it actually made me feel better. So, like, I've heard this song God knows how many times. We have reached our honorable mention, because the next song is the last song, and that honorable mention is Kanye West's Power. Now, I know, Kanye West eternally canceled. I literally have a video on this channel talking about how I cannot listen to his music anymore. And it's true. I still haven't been able to. That video was months ago. I have not heard a Kanye West song since. I have tried my very best to avoid that man's voice. because I just don't want to hear it. But this song slaps. Like, this song, one of the greatest rap songs of all time. And to be fair, if it was by any other artist, like if it wasn't a Kanye West song, I probably would have put it on this list. But like, because it's a Kanye song, I can't actually, with all good consciousness, audition with it. So it gets to be an honorable mention. All right, we did it. Final song, Rap God by Eminem. I know. Eminem also eternally canceled. However, he was never violently anti-Semitic, at least to my knowledge. So, like, I'm fine listening to his music. I can get through it. And as a rap lover, one of the greatest rap songs of all time as well. And, like, this is probably the song I would end up auditioning with just because, true fact, I used to be able to flawlessly do the fast part, and I could probably relearn it, so I have that going for me. Anyway, those are the songs I'd audition with on Boys Planet. Let me know in the comments what you think of my choices. Let me know what song you'd audition with and why, because thinking of the songs I would audition with was one of the funnest things I've ever done on this channel. Like, unironically, I actually had the time of my life thinking this through. So let me know what you would do. You can also like and subscribe if you want to or don't. I'll be okay either way. And if you want to hear more from me, you can follow me on Twitter at @_Reviews. I'll link that in the description. And yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!